Morning and welcome to Friday morning Qigong, where we do good stuff. Let's start with a shape because that's where we always start, and it is a good place to start always. So just loosening everything up, being a bit wild with it. I love that opportunity to just wiggle through the spine, wiggle through the shoulders. Always feels good. Right. Also feels good to let the heels come up a little bit and get that reverberation right through the body. I'm sure that's good for your bones. Great, and let's keep going. Get a little bit more focused. So letting the feet really spread. Let's send down some roots. So we feel really rooted and grounded through the feet. Yep, no clenching toes, no clenching feet, just letting them soften but be strong. Just going to do a little bit of a body scan and just looking for unnecessary holding and tension. So starting with the feet, coming up to the ankles, coming up into the shins and the calves, and coming up into the knees. Let's give the knees a little bit of a shake. Kneecaps. That always feels good. Then let's come on up into the thighs, front, back, sides, insides. And then coming up into the groin and the pelvic floor, classic places of holding. Lots of meridians passing through the quad or the groin. So just taking a moment to soften and relax through there. Pelvic floor can be a real place of holding. Just going to make sure that there's no unnecessary tension through there. As we come on up into the abdomen, see if we can just soften through all of those lower organs, reproductive, lower digestive organs. Softening through the buttocks, sacrum, back, belly at the front, hips at the sides, and then just working our way up through small of the back, abdomen, upper abdomen, all those digestive organs in there as well. Liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, kidneys. Consciously softening through the diaphragm. Oh, it felt quite good to give a bit of a sigh on the way out, that breath. Top of the diaphragm. Lungs, heart, pericardium, thoracic spine. Muscles in the chest and between the ribs, collarbones, shoulder blades, front of the chest, back of the chest, Oh, yawning's always good. Sign of things slowing down and releasing. Just quickly checking back into the feet, making sure no tension has snuck back in, no gripping toes. Great, let's come down to the hands, give them a bit of a shake. We're going to soften through the wrists and just scanning up through the forearms, softening as we go to the elbows, upper arms, armpits. And coming up on top of the shoulders, collarbone. Oh. Let's come on up into the neck and the throat. Soften around the thyroid, around the larynx and the pharynx. Floor of the mouth. Right through the jaw, up into the joint, just in front of the ears. Tongue, palate, teeth. Lips. Cheeks. Around the nose. Eyeballs, eyes, forehead, ears. Side of the skull, both sides. Round to the back. Crown of the head. And that's interested in the brain. Okay, and 1 minute left of shaking as we just connect in with the entire energy system. So meridians, channels, dantians, our auric field, the Wei Qi. It's firing up this awareness of our energy system. Whole body, whole organism. So tissues, fluids, energy. Great, and just gently bringing that to a stop. Just taking a moment to enjoy all of that. Lots of tingling, lots of feelings of flow and aliveness. It's really sinking down into earth as we do that, just resting here in all of that deliciousness just for a moment. Oh. As soon as you catch any tension, just softening around it. We'll take a couple of deep, slow breaths in and out here. We're going to take our forefinger and our thumb, make a circle, and we're going to step diagonally to the side. Hands are going to come through, up. I'm going to let the arms drop down, drop the hands down, so we get this beautiful stretch all the way up the arms. And then bringing the hands up, looking down, stepping back. Same on the other side. Big breath in, open through the chest, stretch down the arms, drop the hands back. Beautiful stretch. Bringing the hands up, looking down. As the hands drop down, stepping back. And then just moving in time to your own breath rhythm. So breathing in as the arms come up. Breathing out as they come down. And mindfulness of breathing. So see if you can stay with the breath for the entire form. Most of your awareness into the breath. Some awareness into the movement, into that stretch. And moving slowly. It's really taking this opportunity to slow things right down. So putting on the vagal brake, firing up the vagus nerve. The slow movement, long deep breath, just starts to remind the body and the brain, central nervous system, what's possible coming out of sympathetic state that we all seem to spend a lot of time in, welcoming parasympathetic state. Oops, too slow. Staying with the breath, that long breath right down into the pelvic floor. And enjoying the stretch. See if you can get a sense of really filling the lungs. The whole lung. Right down to the lowest rib. Right up into the collarbones and just above the collarbones. So the lungs are huge. Let's fill them to capacity, nice and slowly, with ease. Really focus on the slow movement. Deep breath. Do 2 more on each side. Full deep breaths, slow movement. One more, each side. Let's just rest the arms for a moment or two, coming into our standing posture. Stay with a long, slow, deep breath. And staying present through being interested in the different sensations in the body. So you might feel your heart, feel your chest moving with the breath. Right, we're going to just make a very loose fist and just start to gently tap up in a line from the thumb up into the chest. And then we're going to come down in a line to the index finger. So lung and large intestine meridians, consciously waking up those meridians, the chi. Doesn't have to be hard unless it feels good, so just going for whatever feels good. Just staying with anywhere that feels like it needs some extra attention. Hold the elbow, chance to have a nice massage. Great, let's do the same on the other side. Again, holding the elbow. Great, let's do a bit of a sweep. Shake off. Great, let's come into this lung form. So hands looking into the lung one point, which is just about there. Just you can feel around and feel there is something quite tender just under the collarbone. Yeah, out towards the shoulder. So connecting with that point. And then also feeling into the lungs. Getting a sense of their depth, their volume, their capacity. And let's bring the hands out and away. So opening right through the chest and bringing them back in. Long, slow breath. in, and then out. Opening through the lungs, through the rib cage, sternum, and while we are working with the lungs, let's bring in the metal element. So let's imagine that we are in a beautiful cave that is full of crystals. It's a massive crystal, and there's light coming into the cave from somewhere, and it's lighting up these beautiful crystals. You can feel their emanation and their vibration. Just inviting this balancing and harmonizing wherever we might be deficient in metal or have too much metal. Just inviting harmonizing of the yin and yang. Inviting this expansion through the lungs and the rib cage. And as we continue with the form, let's bring in all of the other elements. So notice that we're standing on soil. Perhaps there is a fire in this beautiful crystal cave. And however wood comes to you, maybe it's the wood in the fire, maybe there's a log, maybe you look up and there's tree roots that have found their way into the cave. Or maybe there's a stream or a pool, underground river. Inviting all of the elements to harmonize and balance, correct any deficiencies, correcting any imbalance. Next time the hands come in, we're just going to pause there for a moment. Letting the hands resonate with the lungs. Being interested in the space around the lungs as well, the emanation out into the field. And as we stand here for a moment or two, having that connection with the breath again. Each breath filling the lungs to their capacity. Each exhalation completely emptying the lungs. The breath is long and slow and deep and relaxed. The next few breaths into the lungs, imagine that we're breathing in light in 360 degrees, so front, back, sides. Breathing in light, and then anything held, the unprocessed grief, experience, so inviting that to leave the body and seeing that leaving as dark vapor. Breathing in light, releasing anything held as a dark vapor. Great. Let's drop the hands down. Let's come back into a little bit of movement. Great. So taking the hands down into large intestine area, let's come up. Right hand side, we're going to move across, transverse colon, and gently down, descending colon, just moving super slow. So working with the large intestine, let's hold the intention of soothing, easing, firing up digestion in a way that is easy and flowing. Just letting the body just gently shift from side to side, following the movements of the hands. And softening around any unnecessary tension in the jaw, the face, shoulders, collarbones, arms, hands. Let's connect with the elements again, just bring them into your mind's eye. With the intention of creating harmony, correcting imbalances. Let's do a few forms with being really mindful with the breath. So watching the breath, lengthening the breath. And change the form slightly, or actually quite a lot. Let the hands continue to move. They're going to come up and down through the belly button. So we've got this figure eight movement, following a figure eight. Go right out into the field, through the belly button. Then the hands sweep through solar plexus. And let's hold the intention of soothing and calming digestive system, the enteric nervous system, this little gut brain in the solar plexus. Connecting with breath again, long, slow, deep breath. Let the out breath be soothing, settling, releasing breath. Reconnecting with the elements in your mind's eye. Let's do one more full figure of 8. Let's bring the hands in to look at solar plexus. Come into our balanced, upright, aligned, standing posture. Let's send some tree roots down to earth. Connecting with ourselves as a fluid body. Just find that long, slow, deep breath in and out again. Soothing and releasing through the solar plexus. Let's turn the hands outward, including the field around us. Softening and being willing to allow any change and shifts, releases to happen. And let the arms relax. Come into whole body awareness. Let's connect with that long, slow breath again. Connecting with internal spaces. Generating this balanced awareness between the internal and the external. And letting the boundaries dissolve. The internal permeates, pervades the external, and the external permeates and pervades the internal. a sense of oneness with the field. Take a deep breath in and out. And with appreciation, just letting all of the images and the connections with the elements dissolve. And just very gently come back to a little bit of movement. And consciously ending practice.